idea how these guys are feeling. So I guess we might as well go. Well, I personally would go based on like achievements. So I'll probably pick D plus Kia as my team to get the first chicken dinner. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, it's a safe choice. After all, we don't really have much narratives coming from the World Championship itself going towards this day on forward. So, World Champions they go. I mean, for me, to be honest, it's pretty tough as well. I mean, I treat you on the hot seat, but I can't find myself on the hot seat. So, I don't know. It might be one of the teams on the Chinese region, probably Weibo Gaming.
Oh, that's a solid one. Not gonna lie, there, solid one, solid one. I mean, they do have their own respective achievements as well in the PEL, and we will be seeing them in the World Championship later on. So there's a reason why they made their way through, right? And coming from the Chinese region as well, it is one of the most competitive regions in the world. And if you're able to make it through out of the Chinese region into the World Championship, you definitely have something to bring onto the table. So we have about 7 minutes more before we actually hit onto the game. And I believe that somewhere in between, we'll need to make our prediction. So how have you been doing in terms of predictions when it comes to like the seasons before?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was working with Aaron in the last tournament, and one thing for sure is that I started things off strongly, you know, with my first vote said and done. And all of a sudden, all the rest of my votes just, you know, kept on finishing either second or the last circle. Doesn't really push through. But overall, I know, Sir Cloud, you're one of a kind in regards to predictions. I've seen your stats.
Oh, man.
I've seen your numbers. So, not too certain.
Maybe except for last season, though, because Red Queen steamrolled us last season. But we just got signal. Oh, okay. Before we head on to the game, of course, we got to introduce the teams and the players as well. So, Thunderdog Gaming, Weibo Gaming, Tianba, Vampire Esports, 3 teams here from the PEL region, and Weibo Gaming is Warden's pick. But if I were to look at these names, these are names that have played in the competitive scene. But don't be fooled by these names, though. Although they put here like, okay, these are their actual names and all that, but sometimes inside the game, they use pseudo names for whatever reason, or it could be a tryout player, we don't know, right?
Yep, and that's just something that, you know, fortunately, like tournaments like Clash of Giants Season 7 really offers, you know, and it's time for them to calibrate their roster if ever to do so. Now, you look at E-Arena, you got Silicon Digital Alliance, D Xavier, D plus Kia as well. Names pretty stable.
Yeah, but some of these pseudo names, especially coming from Cellcom DG Alliance, no idea who liked this. 6042, K99, Haaland, I guess he's a Man City fan there, so loves Haaland, putting it up there, shouting it out for his favorite player or something. D Xavier with familiar names, that includes Shin as well, who did not play in the recent PMSS Southeast Asia, but still D Xavier as a whole team, they won it. The recent champions will be playing here today. And also we have Alter Ego Ares, a team secret, Joseon Phalanx, and Ryla Bros Esports. Now, I'm not too familiar with Joseon Phalanx and Ryla Bros Esports, but if I were to look at some of the players, their names do sound familiar, like Sporta from Joseon Phalanx, and for Ryla Bros Esports, Himson, Pekka, they have made a showing before in the Ruthless Hype Esports series. So some new names for us to check out.
Well, definitely some brand new names, foreign names perhaps, but fortunately tournaments like this, they are able to introduce themselves, you know, in an official tone. So we'll see about it for time being though. Team Secret here, Jaiki, Drew, Stockwell. I mean, these names we saw as well coming from the previous events of the certain types of event. Now you take a look at Bigatron by Vitality. Talk about pseudonyms. Look at this. We have a lot of
as well. That's a whole lineup of pseudonyms. Who is this? I know Kent is the coach, but come on. Every season he does this. Like it's his name up there, but it's someone else playing. So I have no idea. I have no idea who Carr is, Gatsby, Jack Dawson, Tyler Durden. How did these people come up with names? I think nowadays we can say thanks to AI to help you generate ideas, I guess.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tyler Durden is a fictional character, but
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I mean, yeah, I think it was like a 1999 movie or something, but you know that goes way back. But take a look at the last
What?
two competition. We got DRS Gaming and Team Flash.
Oh yeah, so familiar names here, Killer YT, we have Example here playing, so it's exciting to see DRS Gaming because DRS Gaming, they were absent from our Ruthless Hype Esports series before this, so it's nice to see them back here again. And of course, Team Flash with familiar names here, Zeus, Bull, Top, Win, these are familiar names, but we have two Bulls though, so I don't know why do we have two, but yeah, we'll just roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, well,
I hope they don't play together though. If not, as a caster, can you imagine us trying to identify which bow is which bow?
I mean, there was a time where I think last tournament there was like two players that was named Doc L or Doc Key, so it was kind of confusing. Well, with that being said, though, I mean, I think soon enough we are gonna be throwing our predictions once again. Are you gonna be sticking to your initial pick there for Kia?
Well, yeah, I'll probably stick with that. But before we head on to that, okay, here is the map sequence here for today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off with Rondo, followed by Erangel, and we're going to play two Miramas in between, and we're going to end the day with two Erangels. So it's going to be 6 matches that will be played here today. Of course, the times that you can see here on the left side, they are just for reference, but we will be on a rolling schedule. So if in any case, a map ends earlier, then we will start earlier and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot of more action here on Wrangler, definitely. We have 3 for Wrangler, only 2 for Miramar. But hey, I love the curveball of initial map pick here for Rondo at the first initial hand. So it's definitely going to be a map where a lot of these players are going to be tested in regards to how they can adjust to the pace of this map, the features, the rest will go on and so forth.
Yep, and I believe with 1 more minute to go, we should be doing our prediction, unless this time we don't do predictions. Less stressful on us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. It's stressful doing the predictions, especially if I see like productions numbers goes up and you'll be like, oh no, we're way behind. Oh, okay. We're still gonna do it. Warden, please do the honors.
Well, I'm gonna be running for. I'm gonna be going for Weibo Gaming here. My curveball pick for this first round.
Okay, all right. Still sticking to your guns. Okay, I'm gonna remain loyal to D plus Kia. So let's put it up. Let's go.
Broad.
Yeah.
Broad.
Let's see. I have a feeling DRS is gonna come up for Broad. A big DRS fan.
Oh, and it's red.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I mean,
the big boys.
I mean, we talked about us having this initial picks, getting it right or wrong, but production sometimes they do go on a spree as well in regards to the prediction. So hey, we got 3 teams that are online. We got 2 definite Korean teams here. So hey, we'll see if it's China or Korea running this one down, or is it going to be any other region? We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, they're all big names, right? So any of them could come up with the chicken dinner, not gonna lie there. So it could be anyone's game, especially when it comes to the Rondo match, because in the Rondo match, you can recall. So if your team did a boo-boo, you can still have a second chance. So it could be anyone's game. But because there's this recall feature, this is the map that teams will need to take advantage of gaining as many eliminations as possible, because even if you eliminate one, say person A, and he gets recalled back, the point still counts.
Okay. Well, definitely aggression is something that we could definitely most likely expect this map much more so over as well. I can't wait to see what's going to be the rotations here for this one. I mean, pretty much this looks to be a composition of 90% land. I mean, a bit of water on the bottom right alongside in the middle part of the map, but aside from that, not too much. I mean, eyes on the major cities as well. You want to talk about Janetta City, you want to talk about the test track, probably some Rinjiang Stadium, Yulin, and the rest will go on. But I'm not too certain if they have been able to go back to the drawing board and talk about how they want to play this map. That's why this whole start for this very event on Rondo is pretty interesting, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right. And it is of course it is the latest map in PUBG Mobile Esports So far, there hasn't been really a pattern of like which spot is like a real hot spot. Like if in other maps, like we can kind of identify that, okay, those few spots are very popular. Teams might challenge for it, but in Rondo, we don't really have a pattern yet. And plus, it might also depend on like what sort of regions are we talking about? Like maybe different regions will have a different preference, cultural preference, or whatever it is, right? So that's something that we would want to continue to observe, especially today with the fact that we are going to have like teams from as far as Korea all the way down to Nepal. So you have a whole bunch of different regions that come with different play styles.
Definitely, man. And I think there's going to be another addition as well for this map. Obviously, a brand new SMG, if I'm not mistaken, will be part of the mobile scene as well, which is JS9. So we'll see if that's going to be somewhat of like a hunt here for these players to try to get their hands on.
Oh yeah, I mean the addition of new weapon is also refreshing, right? I personally do love this map. Recall system is fresh, new weapons, the map is interactive. I mean, for many seasons now, I believe that the community and the fans have been calling out for like something fresh, something new. And with the addition of Rondo that took the place of Sunhawk, I think it's great. Because Sunhawk before this was a kind of map that was fairly unbalanced because it's very circle dependent. But at least in this map, everybody gets a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, and you talk about the scale of this map as well. I mean, it's an 8x8 map, a lot more land, definitely, unlike Sandhawk, where you know you prone yourself down to the ground. The next thing you know, there's going to be an opposition from left, right, back, front, center, and things becomes too erratic. I feel like this type of map here for Rondo it might just be able to fit to a lot of these players' preferences. May you take it slow or fast, really all up to you because there's a lot of playing grounds.
Yep, absolutely. And I believe that even the players themselves, they are trying to discover the most optimal way of playing this map. And sometimes it's kind of hard to train, right? With the fact that every time you drop, it's a different kind of circle. So there are like, there's like endless type of scenarios that could happen in this kind of map. Like if the circle goes up north, it's going to be a different play style. Circle goes south, different play style, and so on and so forth. So you can imagine the amount of possibilities with such a big map. So I believe that the players themselves, they are still discovering like what is the best way to play this map in what kind of situation, because you can't just train for like a handful of situations. You have to be prepared for any possibility in this map. And speaking about getting into the map, we'll be jumping onto it in about 15 more seconds. This is going to be match number 1 in this season's Clash of Giants. We're back, so make sure you share out the live stream, call your friends to come and watch because you don't want to miss out on the action. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it on here. First initial round for this grand opening of this event, and what a way to start things off with. We are going to be heading straight to Rondo. So Sir Cloud, I mean, hey, we talked about the expectations, we talked about the possibilities of this map, and obviously brand new composition as well, brand new competitors of this event. Start things off here on the first round. We go.
And here we go with the flight path, starting from the right side of Mei Run all the way to the left side of Xiao Tin. It's a large map, so teams that want to drop all the way down south might need to travel a fair bit. But because it's also the first ever game this season, right? Teams probably don't know or don't have enough information of where other teams like to drop. So there's a likeliness that they will just drop wherever they want to go. And there's a big chance that we might see early fights.
Definitely. I mean, he featured terrains here on this map Rondo once again. I mean, Mayron, Yox Factory, you want to talk about Teshrock, Yulin Stadium. Unfortunately, it's all up in the reach for this initial flight path. Fortunately, Rinjiang and Genetic City is a bit of a glide down south. But overall, here we go. Kickoff is on. And we're already seeing a bit of casualties here between, if I'm not mistaken, that is Thunder Talk Gaming, probably up against ASD.
Yeah, we can see that there's at least, okay, I noticed that there's at least 3 teams based on the map, that is. But on screen, Thunderdog Gaming is up against Trapper Messi. Everybody's still holding their corner, so it's probably going to be a bit of standoff here. While the circle appears itself somewhere on the southern side, and we happen to have like at least 4 teams that drop straight into the circle.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty fortunate for them, but again, I don't think rotation is going to be a problem here at all. But look at this, though. See, Ding inside of Thunder Talk, going to go for a clash against Tricks, and they will be able to serve the first initial blood here off this lobby. Messi looking to get the trade here. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Only a tag away. That's going to be a back and forth battle here on this map of Meirang.
At the same time, Weibo Gaming is actually fighting somewhere else as well based on the elimination feed. Back on the Trapper Messi right now, and Nico Dive, he could be the last player of Thundertalk Gaming. Gotta get a confirmation soon once we get the overall numbers that appears on screen. But for now, Rick is going to be the one to charge forward. He will need his teammates together with him in case he gets knocked down.
Really a great look here for the side of Thundertalk, and not only this, I mean, regardless if Triber Messi does deal with Thundertalk here, they might have to come across. Oh, there's actually going to be one more player for Thundertalk, and that's going to be on the other side. It's going to be Jade. But he has the players of Team Secret to worry about. Nate flies on by. No connection whatsoever. On the feed, you do have DRS and Weibo Gaming having a tussle at it. The Devon Dive finds himself a double to his name. Unfortunately, and quite unfortunately for him, finds himself away from this round already. We pan out now here towards Bigatron by Vitality. This might just be a three-way clash, actually. We got BTR here. We got DRS alongside Weibo Gaming.
Yep, and whoever Jack Dawson is, though, I guess he could be a fictional character, but I'm not too familiar with that. Anyway, with the nade launch onto the second floor, he knows that somebody's there. Kimmy's going to cook up his nade as well, but not able to connect it. Anyway, they will still rush because they know that they have numbers. And there you go, onto that player of Weibo Gaming, and he'll be taken down 2v1. Nothing much you can do about that.
You want to know who's Jack Dawson?
Who's that?
He's the man in Titanic. That's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get canceled, bro. We don't know our Titanics.
Dude, that movie, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about it.
Mr. Jack Dawson himself. Mr. I don't know. Any one of them can be probably Federalis or the other guy around. We don't know. But when for sure they do find themselves the first initial frag, that is going to be Sealed and Sealed here, serving it all down. Clash might still continue, though. I mean, they are holding on to each other just a little bit. But stall definitely. But if you take a look at the frags from the side of DRS, they have already found 3, but Sealed finds himself a beam with an AUG to his opposition, and that's going to be another player down here for the side of DRS.
Nice shot from Bafado by Hansteel. Now, he's the only player that I could recognize based on the IGN. Anyway, we have Team Secret here in action as well against Trap Messi. And Juke just by the door. Same time, Hansteel got player of DRS. But Juke dancing around. Team Secret doing not too bad as an opening. I mean, they already got like 3 eliminations, but they have to win this one. Straightforward elimination of Hatoke, and that's going to be Team Secret standing tall.
Yeah, lovely break off there from the side of Team Secret. Definitely one of those squads that can really sustain some early sense of gunfights and have that longevity needed to rack up those placement points later on. But on the feed, Vampire Esports up against T2K, and you got the reigning world champions here up against E Arena as well. Big tussle here. Vampire Esports finds himself against T2K. They find the first initial frag here for this very clash, and it looks to ensue here. And unfortunately for Setajaya and Love, you don't really have any angle to get some respondent back on track, and it's going to be all-out offense for the set Vampire Esports. Red Bull finds Jaya away, and it's just the players of T2K here crumbling.
Yeah, the good news for Ajaya is that even if he gets eliminated here, he can still be recalled as long as his teammates are still around and he has not been recalled yet. And we have Kyurem here. He's not able to react in time as Rosemary will take him out. The Starman of Alter Ego secures his first elimination.
But unfortunately, there I was expecting Kyurem to probably able to catch the player off guard, but doesn't happen. Not able to react quickly enough. Alter Ego Air is Rosemary here, having an overlook as well. I mean, topside control from side of AE shouldn't be a problem in regards to map control, and they got the pretty wide overview of this vicinity. As we take a look at the map now, I mean, rotations has played out here for pretty much half of the lobby. You still have a lot of teams here coming from the northern side of the map. Same goes for the eastern side, but the rest, well, sitting pretty here inside of the zone.
Yep, and inside the zone, we might see a clash right in the middle. JPX is around the corner of a player. We'll zoom in onto that later because right now we're going to put focus onto the two Indonesian teams, Alter Ego and BTR. And I believe that this area is still on the outside of the circle. Oh no, they are in the circle, so they can still take their time to try to find a way to break each other.
Now, so far, EMP zone, and actually that's something that we kind of miss out on talking about. There is going to be EMP zones that these players have to worry about as well. Talk about the effect later on. Currently, right now, there is going to be a bit of a push out here from the set of Alter Ego areas. I mean, they had a map controller on the top side, but they were pretty eager to try to get those kills. And Jack Dawson here falls back away. Doesn't really have a player to play around with. Kimmy's going to be holding on to the top side as well. The nade's going to get cooked here from Snape. Severus Snape pushing it down. Jack Dawson down to the ground. And there's going to be Hattie here from the backside as well. Has that as well to play with, but unfortunately, might just get overwhelmed here. Might just be offered to deal with a pinch as well, and the double child will be offered, and definitely BTR falling into shambles, and they get themselves eliminated from this round.
Wow, Alter Ego, clean swipe there, 4 eliminations in the pocket for Alter Ego. And they will have the area of Yulin all for themselves, and on top of that, obviously they're able to loot whatever that was left behind by BTR. Now in the area of Stadium, we have Mormon here representing E Arena. Shows himself to the world champions, D plus care, and now takes a little bit of damage. They know exactly where he is. It's probably just a matter of time before they rush in.
Zone is hurting pretty decently here, so it's about a question here whether you actually want to go for this clash, but at the same time, you don't want to get caught off that rotation. And Mormon being a nuisance from the bottom side. You look at the health cycle here, much more better looking here for the side of E Arena. EK, I mean, they're not really in the best shape of form to pretty much tag away. And Mormon is just holding Selly still there on the bottom side with a UMP. One big opener here might just be the demise here for the world champions.
At the same time, on the elimination feed, T2K rules just got a target for himself. Mormon's really taking his time. Surrounded by the players of the D plus K. And there you go, Osal with the SLK will finish him off. And D plus K locks in their next elimination point, and now it's time for them to move.
Plaskia. I mean, I was kind of scared there for the side of D Plaskia. I mean, for a moment or so, you saw their health was pretty red there, and was only a tag away. Fortunately, that S12 are real bad now. Rotation's playing through now here. We got 2 minutes until Stage 2 decides to go for the closeout. You do have Vampire Eastwards here trying to, hassle through. But fortunately, they don't really have any altercations to worry about. We take a look at the lobby here. We come from 18 teams. 3 teams has now been eliminated off this very round.
Oh, and Celcom DG Alliance starting this round with 3 players. Like will be gunned down by Aching. And it's not only Jamba that they need to worry about. And other teams around the corner as well. And look at the amount of teams currently in the circle. Like everybody wants to fight for a good spot. Asipta tries to shoo away his opponents, but they're still right beside him though. But looks like JPX, they will switch up their attention to Tianba instead now.
We do see the recall there being played out for one initial squad. JTN Phalanx now here. As this probable commitment up against a few players here from the northern side. Bit of a tough call here though, but fortunately, they do have a bit of terrain to play with. Team Flash though in the process still ensuing that fight there. Just one initial squad on the feed. D Xavier finds one as well there because Nyla Rose. And looking like it is going to be Nyla Rose here just feeding off the bullets from both initial squads here. TT alongside Rose is going to be coming through. D Xavier to put himself into the mixture, and that's going to be the probable elimination now here for that squad.
Oh, and here we go with the advantage that they have. They're going to rush in and clean things up now. As Lamborghini with the SLK, his target right in front of him, dancing around the wall. And right now, just suppressing him with those shots. And a Molly coming from the other side. Mix Hang not able to move at all. Nate needs a little bit of help, but Parajin is together with him, so not going to be an issue there. As Lamborghini gets his target, Hang will be taken out. 1 player left on the other side.
Nice drop. Becca all alone. Nate's gonna be flying on by as well. Should it be a connection? Yes, it will be. My days, what a nade. And that's going to be Ryla Bros out. D Xavier on a roll.
What a nade that was. Beautiful cleanup there by D Xavier. But now the elimination feed and a spread force against Alter Ego somewhere else. In the fight, both sides kind of call a truce for now. Hopefully we get to see what happened. But at the same time, we're starting to see more teams coming in with the circle shift, and D Xavier's location is one of those locations that could attract the attention of the other team.
Bro, there has been a lot of back and forth battles here, man. I mean, you talk about, you know, some certain sequence here are probably on a Wrangle or Miramar where it has to go down to the next initial circle, but no.
What the Milo? Baru Milo Active Biscuit. Nikmati energi Milo kesukaanmu di setiap gigitan.
Stage 3. Actions back and forth. You get to see Team Secret now actually having 5 here, leading the lobby alongside Vampire Esports. They have the full composition here, so pretty much a bright start here for the side of Team Secret. Xavier, Nate T tries to go for that spray down. Unfortunately, fails to convert with any connections. But moving over now, we got a minute and 40 seconds left before Stage 3 decides to go for the closeout. But take a look at the map as well. I mean, everyone's pretty much, you know, sitting pretty inside of the circle.
Yep, and those in the circle will need to start to think of defending their ground. As a JPX, they do have their own spot. Unwanted neighbors, Tianba, but because both of them are in the circle, so I don't expect to see them take that fight. But Thunderton Gaming, one player down somewhere else, and King, he parked himself out in the open, takes a bit of risk, and now goes in for the rush. But unfortunately, just by himself, it's not going to be enough as K99 will take him down.
Quite unfortunate for the set of Thundertalk Gaming is that right from the start of this round, they've been finding themselves into a lot of these altercations, and bit by bit they fall down, and just like that, another player falls away. Thundertalk Gaming only has one more player to rely on to try to sustain off this round. On the feed though, get to see a bit of a tussle here for two respective squads as well. Now for Telecom Digi Alliance, we started off with 3 players. They lost 1, but fortunately they were able to get the recall as well. Back to Team Flash and Vampire Esports here. Mountain side, bit congested. Vampire Esports definitely has the bit of that better angle from the top side at elevation control, but Team Flash definitely one of those squads as well that can really put up a fight despite the the odds against them.
Oh, and look at this. Alter Ego Ares scored another elimination, and now they are dominating with 5. As a JPX Sporta gets Levi's, and looks like more teams coming in from the north, especially. Look at this. D plus K passing by Alter Ego, but Alter Ego takes one player of D plus K down and out. Alter Ego, wow, okay, they are on the roll now.
Yeah, I mean, same old roster has been working out pretty well, and guess what? Able to steamroll themselves into that 7 elimination run already, coming towards stage 4 of this run. And now you got to see this spray down from Aleva. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to connect the last bullet there to get the knock, but they've definitely sustained enough here to own this ground. So compound control not going to be a problem at all.
Expect more fights here. This area is outside of the circle. Team Secret and D plus K are just right next to each other. Team Secret, they're considering the move away, it seems. Which is a smart move, I would say. You don't want to spend that much time on the outside of the circle, especially when it's stage 4. The zone would definitely hurt when it lands on you.
Bit of the Asker control here for the side of DRS Gaming as well. I mean, you have the angle there because NS and Hiroshima just get ahead there. Krypton from the side of Alter Ego Ares. Still looking to put up the fight. Has one player knocked down to the ground that is going to be Cyclone away. They do have the vehicle as well to play with if they want to call for that rotation, and looking like they want to wrap around towards the southern side of the circle. Maybe get a better angle here, obviously, but at the same time, they got a lot of terrain to work with, a lot of structures, so I don't think they should have any calling to go for any rotation right now. I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Ooh, and Nate just got Doki. And so this is the continuation of the fight as Nate has got taken away Xeris. A bit of a trade-off there between the two teams. As Nate will be eliminated now, Xeris shows himself on the outside. remaining members of D Xavier not able to withstand the might of Team Secret.
Yeah, Team Secret on a rampage, as the game would say. 10 to their name here. Domination for the side of the Xavier. This lobby is going wild and hot. On the trail is going to be Alter Ego Eris, but in the process as well, the Xavier is going to be out away from the scene. Unfortunately, they tried to commit for the fight. Couldn't really hold their ground. Could have really finished what they started. Now you take a look at the zone here, starting to close out once again. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem in regards to rotations, but only for sure, Vampire Esports, Telecom Digital Alliance finding themselves in between of a tussle. Same goes for the side of 3 squads that are down south as well. And you get to see a bit more altercations this time around up against Alter Ego Eris in the arena.
Oh, and Rosemary is down, but the rest of Alter Ego will need to save him. Alva, the moment he arrives, he gets needed down, but then again, Krypton became the hero. And Alter Ego Eris is able to reset as a full squad.
Number 11 to their name, out away from the scene. The battle continues now. Top 10 remains. Only 17 minutes into this game, and looking like they want to end it all off here with each other. Team Secret, last player alive. Jackie, doesn't matter. Team Secret, despite having the most eliminations, they find themselves away from this round.
Oh, everyone's on the road rage right now. You see them, they pass by, they shoot, they score. Telecom DG Alliance, however, only left with Iftar. He has to leave the zone. As the blue is chunking down his health, look at this, down to 30%. I'm not sure if he's able to make it though. Oh man, this is bad news. Okay, he's forced to stop right now. Able to heal up in time? No, unfortunately. Telecom DG Alliance eliminated by the zone.
They got eliminated by the zone, but they also took down the top dogs of this round as well. So hey, props to you, Telecom DG Alliance. If I ain't going out, well, you're not going out as well. Pushing through now here. Top 7 remains. Alter Ego Eris, Vampire Esports, NS. Got Team Flash, JPX, Thunder Talks, and Tianba. Which we take a look at the full composition here for the squads. Got Alter Ego Eris, Vampire Esports alongside Tianba here, actually still having all of their players. Bit of a clash now here on the feed. JPX finds himself a fight up against NS.
And Alter Ego, so far so good within the circle. Already 11 eliminations, but oh, here comes and the Red Force and JPX, the 2 Korean teams at each other. Hollywood looks like he's going to make another movie right now. As a TZ and Beanie, the final 2 players of NS Red Force, able to defend the ground. What a shot with an S12K mid-range, taking out 6-star. Wow.
What a commitment. Serves that elimination now. Fully defined. What comes next probably might just be Alter Ego Eris, but they got the time here to reset for a moment or so. Now you got TT up against Vampire Esports here on the other side of the map. Songjin Woo out. Domination. Flash through for the center Team Flash. Vampire finds himself another elimination there, and that should be Thunder Talk Gaming away from this round. We remain with the top 5 teams of this round of Rondo.
Here we are, top 5, NS Red Force, 1 player down, needs to be picked up, and that's going to be TZ. Smokesman deployed, TZ should be able to cross towards his teammates, and he should be back up soon. Tops, on the other hand, just got taken out by Milu, but not eliminated yet, and here comes the nade from afar by Mr. Jijibon, Red Bull down.
Jijibon, Tianba away. You last 6. Another nade flies on by. Ching will be able to get closer to his teammate there, but it's not just Vampire Esports they got to worry about. It's just Team Flash on the left side. All the way northern side, you got NS Red Force as well. Definitely Tianba caught in a pinch. Not really the best of look for them.
Right, the Vampire Esports is still in the game though, and they're just by the edge of the circle, so they're kind of in an okay position. But for these 2 players of Tianba, they need to move forward. They have to join Aching in the circle. Nade been set across. Bit of a damage onto Mela, but he's still okay for now. But now the bigger question is that how are the other 2 members of Tianba going to be able to move in? They will force their way through anyway, and here they come.
Flash. Doing some shots here across the map. Finds 1 player, Tianba. Tianba down to the ground here. Bamilu is out. And it's Red Force to try to push through now here. Initiates the fight. Vampire Esports on the bottom side, feeding off the nades. But he is from the side of Team Flash, able to get the cutoff there. Finds 1 for themselves. A bit of a tussle here for the side of Chanba. Vampire Esports, they try to sustain, but it doesn't matter anymore. Eliminated from this round. Top 4 remains. Alter Ego Res, Team Flash, and it's Red Force Chanba going for a 4-way altercation.
While all this is happening, Alter Ego in the circle all alone. They have absolute control right now. While
Gasing lagi dong dengan onigiri, makanan khas Jepang. Tiap traveling ke Jepang, sarapanku hampir selalu onigiri karena praktis dan bikin kenyang. Gak heran sih, karena dari zaman perang hingga kini, onigiri memang dianggap bekal ideal sesuai filosofi gaya hidup Jepang yang efisien. Nah, kalau di Jepang biasanya isinya salmon atau tuna, ternyata ada onigiri unik di Indonesia yang rasa nasinya nasi uduk. Langsung penasaran, akhirnya aku cobain sendiri onigiri nasi uduk yang terbuat dari Kobe bumbu aduk nasi uduk. Rasanya beneran unik, gurih nasi uduk khas Indonesia, tapi praktis ala Jepang. Harganya ekonomis, gampang bikinnya, tinggal aduk, nggak usah dimasak lagi, dan enaknya bikin lagi. Bayangin, satu gigitan onigiri nasi uduk Kobe bisa nyatuin dua budaya Jepang dan Indonesia jadi satu. Yuk kalian cobain juga, cocok banget buat jadi menu sarapan atau bekal makan siang praktis.
I am the wind, now watch me rise and glide through morning light. Gonna keep this tempo high. Gonna feel a rush now, just a glow, touch the sky. Like a phoenix soaring, carried by wind so bright. Rhythm's all you need. I'm a tall wind pushing from behind. I am strength, I am flow, I'm the pace, I'm the beat. Let it show. Gonna carry you beyond the line. Always forward. Never back.
that was happening as well. Rampage for Team Flash, 10 eliminations, make that 11 in total. Now it's going to be between Alter Ego, Team Flash, and NS Red Force for the first chicken dinner here today. Alter Ego waiting quietly as the final boss in the circle.
You let the rest of the competition here just play it out, play it all safely. Take a look at the map coverage that they have. They're in total control. It's all going to come down to NS Red Force to probably prove that sentiment wrong. For Team Flash, do exactly what they are known for doing, clutching up at the rightest of time. Dawn starts to restrict. Map control still on. It's so much favored for the side of Alter Ego. Whereas Balance tries to go for the spray down, but can't hit the shots. Information has been relayed. They know exactly where he's going to be coming from as well. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play for before Stage 6 decides to close out.
And here comes Team Flash onto Alter Ego. Don't see much of NS Red Force yet. They could be on the right side of the circle. We'll check on them later. We have them on screen, but they're not making big moves yet. As Balls tries to spray down Rosemary, doing the scouting work, trying to gather as much information as possible on where the players of Team Flash are at.
Big pick off there for Alter Ego. This finds TZ away from NS Red Force. Longing to be a battle between NS Red Force and Alter Ego areas now. Krypton, Rosemary on the other side. Benny finds himself away, and that's going to be Alter Ego Eris eliminating another squad for their name. NS Red Force out. Team Flash, Alter Ego Eris, the biggest fight of them all. Can they do it?
It's going to be a 4v4 right now. It could be anyone's game. Both teams within the circle. We are at stage 6. We still have stage 7 that will show up in about a minute 15 seconds. And Alter Ego, they have the high ground advantage against Team Flash, but Team Flash, they're covering more ground. They're sending players across Alter Ego, so they have multiple angles against them. As Krypton sprays, and he can get used.
Oh, big trade. Krypton's down to the ground as well. Back in front as they speak. Confirmation from Top Zero on the eastern side of the map. Big pickoff. Alter Ego Eris served to have the better map control, but Team Flash trying to make it work out.
And they got Rosemary, the big man of Alter Ego. This is their chance, and they're moving in right now. Win will lead the charge together with Tops behind him. Rosemary being picked up by Alva right now. Oh, he doesn't have time. He has to pop that smoke. Give him extra protection, but here comes the nade by Win. Into the shack. Did not connect enough.
Eagerness for Win. Tries to get the nade to connect here. Falls a bit too far away. Rosemary might just get picked up now, but the spray down from the backside as well comes through. Big pinch there from the side of Tops. Finds Alter Ego Eris on a pinch. Nade tries to rotate it out from the front side, but has to deal with another player who is named Zia's cooking up the nade. One more shot to connect, and that's going to be Snape down to the ground. The last two players for the side of Alter Ego Eris.
And there's no way for Alter Ego to save Snape. So now it's down to the two players to try to fight against Team Flash. And Team Flash, everybody will angles against them. Alva will get Win. Alva gun down. Alter Ego, one player left. It's going to be Rosemary against the wall. 1v3. as Zeus buries Nate, lobbing into the smoke. Both will finish off Snape. And Rosemary now, 30% of health, still able to get a knockdown, still able to get an elimination.
1v1, probably. Big fight for their lives, biggest fight of their lives. Can he do it? Rosemary has the time to recall. Push back just a little bit, go for a reset. Win shouldn't be part of the conversation anymore. It's just the nades here, all gonna come down to the nades in the S12 case. Pushing through. Back just a little bit, no. We got another player here, flows now here in track. 2v1 situation, the nade flies on by, but the cut there from the last player of Team Flash. They push through. He is on 5. It doesn't matter. It's the winner, chicken dinner for Team Flash.
Team Flash from the outside of the circle, they fought in. Alter Ego, who had the circle earlier on, they failed to defend it. And Team Flash scored the chicken dinner against Alter Ego. What a game it was. Action from start to end.
If there's anything that Team Flash has been known for in my books, it has been really showing up at the right time, especially when it comes to the last initial clashes to take off the round. Talk about the elimination shares. Zeus on 5, Bowser on 5, 2 for tops and 3 for a win. That alone is 15 elimination points to their name.
15 eliminations plus the chicken dinner, that's 25 points as a start for Team Flash. And what an action-packed game this is. Oh man. But anyway, Team Flash, even last season, before the official league started, they were winning left, right, and center when it comes to like off-season tournaments, and they're still bringing the momentum here. And of course, they will be one of the representatives of Southeast Asia later on in the PMGC. And with this kind of start here for Team Flash, this is a good sign that they're still able to bring the momentum from their last tournament.
I mean, Team Flash definitely has this habit of, you know, starting off loud inside of their respective tournaments, whatever they participate into, and funny for sure, they were able to pop through here, slowly break off here for this broadcast here for Team Flash. But there was definitely a lot of standouts, a lot of teams that could definitely had it on their way, especially for the set of Alter Ego Ares. It's just unfortunately that set up there from tops to get the flank around, really soften the defense up there for Alter Ego Ares. They were able to serve that pretty well.
And it's nice to see like different nations up here as our team to watch. So obviously we have Team Flash who scored the chicken dinner with 15 eliminations. And we have the second place team, Alter Ego. And then we have NS Red Force from South Korea and Vampire Esports from Thailand. Now, amongst all these teams that made it into the top 4, Vampire Esports have the least amount of full squad time. So that means they played roughly about 6 or 7 minutes perhaps with 3 players. So that's pretty nice there. And now we're going to compare the head-to-head as well. Zeus and Zeros, both from Vietnam.
Yeah, both with the letter Z. I mean, who is the better Z? I mean, hey, everything is pretty much equal in regards to eliminations. Damage kind of the same as well. A bit more assists here for Zeus definitely has. I mean, on paper, if you take a look at the assists, might seem to have a lot more involvement in regards to, you know, team contribution. But Zeus actually gets the better look at that with 45%.
Yeah, more team contribution by Zeus, and I believe that's because of his overall team elimination. Obviously not as much as a Team Flash. But our MVP this time didn't come from either team. It came from Alter Ego, none other than the Goldberry himself, with 5 eliminations and 1,026 damage. And this guy, he has been racking up the eliminations from the very beginning of this round.
Definitely. I mean, Rosemary, you talked about it. Definitely, you know, a pretty player that gets the spotlight quite a lot of these times, especially under the banner of Alter Ego Ares, and your service job very well. I mean, that is going to be our first MVP here for this initial round. Let's see who can rack it up even more as time passes by. Now, take a look at the top performance here. Rosemary once again leads the pack. She's going to be there on the trail with 5 zeros, and Krypton as well with 5 eliminations to the name. I mean, it's pretty much all equal. It's just a slight incremental increase here for Rosemary in regards to his, you know, impact for the damage that really stood out for him.
Yeah, and what differentiates them is the damage output. So based on this, Rosemary, he did a little bit more work with the damage output of 1026, and everyone else is 900, 693, but it's all good. At the end of the day, it's all about bringing in the eliminations, regardless of how much damage output that you put out. Now, because it's only the first round, so we'll be looking at only one match leaderboard, and it's quite clear that is on top with 25 points collected. But Alter Ego, even though at second place, they are still able to bring in 16 eliminations, bringing them up to 22 points. So that's a good haul by them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see a lot of clashes properly dealt with by the side of Alter Ego. You move along now here on the bottom side as well. You got NS Red Force here, Longstream Red Force with 13 to their name, 8 elimination points. 5 comes from the placement. Vampire Esports on 11, tied up with Team Secret. Kanban Jigs ever tied up as well at 5, 4 and 4 for the rest of the players there. But now you'll take a look at the match stats here. Longest eliminations from the side of Team Flash Bows of 256. 86 eliminations in total. It was 9,000 healing. You guys see the statistics. 3 airdrops looted. Name it. There's still going to be a lot more numbers to unfold here for Cloud. Ask him again. Let's say, y'all know it's only the first round here for this tournament.
Yep, and that amount of eliminations will only be for this map. We're going to go back to normal point count after this, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, we're going to take a short break. So do not go anywhere. We'll see you guys after this one.
Step into the ring. To the ring. Step into the ring. Step into the ring.
know, this is exactly why I like working with Ruthless Hype Esports, man. Concise and compact breaks. We want to head straight to the action once again. My name is Warden. Next to me is going to be Sir Cloud, and we're going to be the casters here for today. We got through Rondo at the first round. Now we go back to the staple maps of Miramar and Erangel. It's going to be a back and forth here, so great to be back.
Yep, no recall feature, so the gameplay might change after this. But anyway, what doesn't change is the fact that the Team Flash scored the first chicken dinner in Rondo with 15 eliminations, so that's 25 points, and they're currently sitting on top. But Alter Ego, they brought in 16 eliminations as well in the first game, so they are hot behind Team Flash. But of course, we're still very early into our tournament this season, right? So just one good game could change the whole chart.
Definitely, man. And now looking like we are going to be heading straight to our initial prediction once again. This time around, I mean, I saw a lot of promise from them. Unfortunately, they weren't able to really sustain until the end. I'm going for Team Secret on this round.
Oh, good one, good one. I really like the aggression of Alter Ego, so I'm going to put them on the board. And it's hard for me to say no to, like, Rosemary when he's hot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Rosemary was able to get the bag on the first MVP run as well, and they were pretty close in getting the winner chicken dinner. But now for production team, they're going to be going for Vampire Esports, which showed a lot of promise as well at the start of this tournament.
Yeah, we're moving regions, right? From East Asia, now we are at Southeast Asia. Who knows, our next set of predictions will be from South Asia, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. While that, you guys in the comments as well, do put in your prediction. Which team do you think will score the next chicken dinner? And of course, we're going to be in Erangel after this. No recall feature, so it's going to be back to normality that is. And I believe that the playstyle might change. But you know what? It's quite common for us to see, like, if it's at off-season tournaments, teams just go at it. Like, they don't think too much about, like, oh, we gotta position it this way, we gotta consider whether we want to take this fight or not. For the most part, they see a target, they just run at it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you just have to be on the prowl, on the loose, on the hunt to, because a lot of, you know, sometimes there's one tournament that has been racked up by a team to take it on a passive approach, and then you got teams just laying out the competition and racking up those elimination points. Yes, they might not be able to get the winner chicken dinner, the delicious meal there, but they do to compensate for it with those elimination points. And if you get to see a team like that, it gets a bit scary, especially if you're sharing the same lobby as them, because they're just always on the loose to go for the hunt. And yeah, the next thing you know, they're gonna be on top of the board, and the rest will go on. But hey, it's only going to be the second round here. There's still going to be a lot of things to unfold in regards to how they want to play this one out. But definitely, I do agree with you. There might be a change of pace in regards to how this one plays out. No recall here. It's not like Rondo. It's still good old classic PUBG Mobile that we know.
Yep. And it will be interesting to see as well, because this is going to be our first Erangel for this season. Some of the hot spots, like let's say Pachinki, or maybe a Rozhok, or to a certain extent School, it might be contested by teams. And because it's also the first Erangel for this season, like, teams don't know exactly which area is vacant, so they might just drop, and there's a high chance that they will bump into another team. And I'm not complaining about that, of course. That means we can expect early action in this Erangel match. Let's head on to it.
Take a look at take a look at the drop. Now we push through now here towards this very game. Second round now as we speak. Let's get it on. A classic map. I mean, we're gonna be going for the initial flight path here, coming from the eastern steps map down towards the western south. So hey, middle ground for Erangel, not gonna be a problem at all.
Yep, and while we wait for the drops, here are the team list, and looks like Cellcom DJ Alliance is still with 3 players, the same 3 players from before, Iftar, Light, and K99. Whoever Light and K99 is. As for BTR, still the same set of players as well, so not many changes from what I can see across all these teams. Now, looking at the initial drops, so Alter Ego, you're going to have a free reign on the right side of the map. Same goes for Trap or Messi all the way up north, so no other team is going to contest them for that spot. But there are at least 2 teams overlapping each other, DRS and another team heading towards Milta, so we could see an early fight there.
Definitely. A bit of an interesting there for Tribal Massey to actually go for the direction here of Kameshki and Stalber. I haven't really seen that quite a lot of time, but hey, mid-map congestion is not going to be a question at all. Milta is going to be pretty much occupied as well. Or surprisingly, I don't really see any teams gliding towards down south. Might just be Bros actually. And probably see Cyclone Digi Alliance going for the rotation later on. Novo is out in the open there, and it's going to be the perfect opportunity because the circle pans out down south. So this is Nopka Island, military base, name it. It's going to be probably the last initial circle later on.
I love this circle. I love this circle. Let's go military base island. But let's go as well. Fights.
Oral-B, memilih sikat gigi yang tidak tepat bisa menyebabkan masalah plak. Pilih Oral-B Cross Action. Bulu sikatnya menjangkau ke dalam untuk mengangkat lebih banyak plak. Oral-B, pilihan kebersihan gigiku. Temukan rangkaian produk Oral-B di toko terdekat.
Senang banget ya, sampai suami saya tuh bilang, kamu bohongan ya.
Kejutan, tutup botol Aku Viva. Ini Bu Leni, pemenang mobil listrik.
Gak nyangka dapat mobil dari Aku Viva. Ternyata kejutan tutup botol Aku Viva beneran.
Dan banyak pemenang lainnya.
Alhamdulillah dapat emas.
Iseng-iseng aja pas buka, bang dapat emas. Dapat hadiah iPhone dari Aku Viva.
Ingin seperti mereka? Beli Aku Viva sekarang, masih banyak hadiah miliaran menanti.
Secret and DRS, Narasimha, not looted at all. Gunned down by Tianba, GG Bond, who showed up. So we have 3 teams in Milta.
Are you kidding me? This is my vote right here. This is my prediction right here. I might just have first out Team Secret. Doc, what more can you do, bro? Players all around. Danba is there, DRS is there, but has to deal with DRS. Only has the AK to play with. Finds himself the first frag for himself, but their trade might just punch choose later on. Cyclone though has the AUG to play with. Switch to the SKS. Not gonna be the best weapon of choice there, but unfortunately for Sadok, I mean, you don't have no health pack anymore. And there could be a slay out here for Team Secret. Yeah, I definitely just put up a curse there for Team Secret.
Oh well, at least the good news is that they still scored 2 eliminations, so they didn't go out empty-handed. But Tianba came by to be the cleanup crew, and they will be the victors in Milta. And the good news for them is that Milta, very close to the right side bridge, so they would have easy access into the military base island. Now checking on all the way towards the left side, here is Weibo Gaming and Vampire Esports with an 8 onto Sung Jin Woo, who's Tony K.
Kind of turned into a K-drama actor just a little bit there, huh? But moving over now, Weibo Gaming. And the moment that I don't really pat my vote towards them, they do have that opener now. They got that breakthrough. And fortunately, that was the only one elimination though. Too much not just yet, but they still got Vampire Esports to deal with. But quite fortunately, I mean, Vampire Esports actually will be pulling away here and will be rotating on the outskirts on the beach side. But take a look at the rotations here. Pretty much half of the lobby is already on the Sosnovka Island, which specifically you want to talk about, you know, the Ryla Bros there alongside Thunder Talk Game and alongside JPX. So, and the rest will live through. This initial start for this Erangel comes out a bit unconventional. I mean, definitely a lot of frags happening already, but aside from that, nothing too much now. Stage 1 now is going to be closing out. You got 4 minutes and 25 seconds to play for it.
Oh, we got a shout out to production as well. The graphics that we can see on the right side, this is new. Like it tells exactly where the teams are at. And they even named like the location. So in case like you're not sure, like, oh, what do you call that bridge? What do you call that small area? Yep, that's a reference for you, ladies and gentlemen. So great work to production for giving us something new this season.
You like it. And you know, specifically there, I mean, you do see a couple of teams actually sharing the same ground, you know. So we'll see how this one's going to play through. But overall, I mean, eyes on the prize there for, if I'm not mistaken, you do have Primors. No, I mean, yeah, Primors there preoccupied by Vampire Esports and Weibo Game. And Novo is going to be single-handedly be held on to by Tianba. Novka going to be occupied there by the side of the Thunder Talk Game. And but moving over now here, Tribe Aramasi finds one of their crew member down to the ground. Here's Anna's Red Force going to be closing out the distance.
Yeah, just on the outside of Yasnaya. And XZY will happily secure that point. Hotoki eliminated. That's going to be the first player of Tribe Aramasi out. Not the start that they would have wanted. But NS Force, they won't be here for long. It's just a drive-by for them since they still need to travel into the circle. But they have to be careful of the fact that Trix is here, watching. He'll pull the trigger soon, and he will! DZ! Oh, DZ dancing around, but Trix is still able to get him.
Shots here. Trix closing it out now. XZY is going to be holding on to just behind the trunk there. Does have the Vector to play with as well, but from the back, unfortunately for him, Benny's going to be there holding things down, and now they go for the strike at the right time. Dennis Redforce closing it up. Break's going to be out of way as well. Try Bear Massey not really having a break at all. And it's just going to be one last player here, Lotoke. Out the way. Tries to hop into the vehicle, but it doesn't matter. NS Redforce, they go for the cleanup.
And that's Tribal Messi eliminated without any points at all this round. Unfortunately, early elimination, but still there are more games to play. Don't worry about them, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're a fan. We still have at least 4 more games to go after this. But inside mid to the base, we'll have Southcom DG Alliance here against the Bros.
Bit of tough take here, but obviously if you do come out victorious on Suzovka Island, there's been a lot of map control and just the resources that wouldn't be a problem at all. Do we have this long waited standoff between Rilo Bros, and you just gotta wait it out just a little bit. A bit of a stalemate as we speak here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, and I guess that's because this area is right smack in the middle of the circle, so no big reason for them to make the push yet. And I'm not sure if Cellcom DJ Alliance knows that the Bros are here, but I believe they would have heard the initial footsteps. The Bros, they are not moving. Becca and Hang on the outside though. But if you're on the outside and if this fight happens on the inside of the building, it's almost impossible for you to support your teammates.
Ooh. Tough. I mean, gun composition shouldn't be a problem here. I mean, you do have A99 actually playing off the shotgun alongside the SMG, but aside from that, nothing too much. But Zeus, though, from Team Flash, they do go up against D plus Kia, actually, and they find two for themselves there on the feed. Not too exactly too certain what's happening there, but wanting for sure it is a clash. Probably happening soon enough.
Yeah, and for D plus Kia, they didn't really have the best of starts. Only 3 points from the first round. And now they lost a player early on, so they will be playing with 3 players for the rest of the round. But then again, we have seen multiple times that teams with 3 players is still able to gain chicken dinner, so wouldn't be too worried about them yet. As long as they have 3 players, they can still do something. But if they're down to 2, or even with 1, then, well, I guess it's only placement points for them.
Look at the circle here. Does it shift back to mainland, or is it going to be the good old classic military base island? And it seems to be that case. Down south is the way to go. When you take a look at NS Red Forest, you got BTR by Vitality, E Arena, alongside Weibo Gaming here. Late on rotation, a bit of the half composition here for a set of T2K, trying to hurl on and try to get involved in the vicinity of Pachinki, but it's not even the final destination that you want to long for. You want to get involved on that southern side of the map, and that has to be a story to be told later on.
But the left side bridge is going to be real interesting. I saw a lot of teams there, so there could potentially be a fight later on. Inside mid base itself is still going to be the Bros and Cellcom DG Alliance, and they will be joined by Tianba. But nobody's making the big moves yet. As for JPX, only Sporta here on the outside of Vampire Esports. But again, these 2 teams, they're in the circle, so I don't expect to see big moves unless if the circle moves away at stage 3 and either team is forced to move, then that's where the fight will erupt.
Bit of a pretty silent initial start here, man. I mean, you talk about the first stage, it was pretty loud and hot, but 3 squads out away from the scene, just a bit of a callback there. But it's going to be 2 squads from Nepal that is going to try to remaster alongside DRS Gaming out. Team Secret, they find themselves out away from the round. If you guys missed out the action at the first initial clash that they find themselves into. Now, E Arena is throwing a bit of shots here up against their opposition, but there hasn't been really a full conversion, not just yet, but it's definitely a fight to be seen. And it is going to be them up against BTR by Vitality, which they are able to start the first initial knock there. Han Tilad will be able to get the respondent there off the trade.
Hit Goodnight anti nyamuk elektrik. 2 kali lebih efektif bunuh nyamuk dengan tombol ekspres.
Level up bareng Special Edition Good Day dan MPL. Temukan kode unik, lalu scan QR-nya. Buat kumpulin Diamond Mobile Legends yang banyak dan menangin juga skin kerennya. Cobain semua variannya sekarang. Sebotol Good Day bikin GG Good Day.
And quite unfortunately for them, they're going to be involved inside of the zone, the blue zone. So things are going to be starting to hurt real bad. And this has been a problem here for Arena. I mean, at the first round, they always find themselves late on the rotation. Can they find themselves alive this time around, though?
But they're still stuck in the blue. And they're really taking their time here. Though it's still stage 2, and you can kind of still heal it in this stage, but the more you wait, it will get even more difficult to get into the mid-to base island, because by that time there will be even more teams waiting for them in the island itself, and it will be difficult to cut across. On the elimination field, looks like the fight inside mid-to base has started. On the players of Denmark currently down, and we're back into mid-to base island itself. It could be a long-range knock, and no further follow-up from there.
Just yet. I think it's just so stale here. Xavier, though, finds himself a fight against D plus Kia. BTR goes for the initial clash as well there up against E Arena. It's just going to be a back and forth here while the rest of the squads on inside of the map. So Novka Island just sitting pretty there. And the only one squad has to reign on top here between BTR and E Arena, and hasn't been really defined at all. But D Xavier Nalbu finds 2 for himself there on the feed. D plus Kia finds D Xavier away from this round, and finally we get to see another squad eliminated from the sea.
Ooh, and it's D Xavier. Anyways, now D plus Kia is still busy on the left side bridge. No circle this time. And the D plus Kia moving in, but Nobu looks like the Molly did connect onto him. And that's going to be Fabian. He needs All-Star together with him. He's alone though, but he's doing the work. Few players of Weibo Gaming eliminated, and who landed the final shot? Is it Fabian? Okay, that's Nobu. I'm waiting for the elimination feed. Okay, it's taking a while, but I wonder who landed that one. Oh, it's T2K Love.
And now the battle ensues here once more. T2K. This time around, they're going to be closing up the distance here up against D plus Kia. Also, they're outside of the house. Throw some nades, no connection there. Bottom ridge control here for us out of T2K. Also might just be the one to try to get this one done. Gotta be cautious. Too many angles to worry about. The nade flies in once again. And marker. Information should be relayed here. They should know that one player is going to be tagged up here for the side of D plus Kia. Fabian. Now going to be fully conditioned here, but has to probably try to get himself involved here soon enough. But also, as well, just holding on to the outside of the map. But it's a bit tough here. T2K should have the control now. The S12 comes into action. Fabian now all alone for the side of D plus Kia. Picks up the nade here. Might just get caught on the pitch as well by Agnes. Looks there from the front side. They're circling around the house, and that is gonna be D plus Kia now eliminated by T2K.
And now T2K will recover, and they need to head into the circle quickly. 50 more seconds before the stage starts to close. And on the inner side of the circle, again, back onto mid base. Well, this is going to be quite a standoff, I believe. But if the circle moves away at stage number 4, then we'll be talking.
Ooh, finally. Exchanges happening now here for Thunder Talk Gaming and Alter Ego Eris. They've shown a lot earlier, but now it's Alter Ego Eris finding themselves out away from the round as well, all up into courtesy by Thunder Talk Gaming.
And within the circle, okay, I guess this fight will still remain as it is until the circle moves away. I don't see any fight would happen unless the circle dictates it. On the right side bridge, we have E Arena and NS Force both moving in together, and they're still stuck within the blue zone. So I believe that there will be a fight that might happen there. It's just a matter of time now.
True now here. Bridge side congestion happening there on the eastern side. Arena can't really catch a break. Yeah, they've been able to find the frags, but it's just so unfortunate now. They go to go against NS Red Force, but I don't know if this is gonna be the right call. But hey, Doc C, my days, aggression, holy aggression. NS Red Force close out the distance, and now they create the space that they need here on the bridge side. NS Red Force now able to come across from the mainland now here on the Sosnovka Island, so at least it paves the way for them. But the rest of Tourniquet is going to be able to find one for himself, and that's going to be TZ out as well. NS Red Force to start off the fight, but they might pay for the repercussions.
And now it's time for the pros to move. But they can still avoid the fight against Genba, though. There's still a little bit of space for them to rotate down south. On the right side bridge, Arena here. Still tanking the blue, taking the time to get into the circle. It is stage 4, though, so it's going to start to hurt. While on the left side of the circle, we have Team Flash surrounding JPX. So Team Flash, they're ready in case the circle moves away. They can block JPX from coming in.
Definitely do so. A lot of tacticalness here. Just making the right decisions. Has been involved on this round already. Mostly, a lot of this team's faltered now. Fortunately, we won't be seeing any more mid-rotation cutoffs, as everyone has now been included in the initial island where the zone is at. Emperor Esports been close here up against JPX, and there's shots fired here for Team Flash as well. JPX could be coming from the backside there of Team Flash, but at the same time, there's not really an actual angle to play for. It's just all going to come down to poking each other out and getting those pickoffs here, Sir Cloud.
Sakura just got to take it out. And Arena, they're still stuck at the bridge. And XZY, fortunately, he's too busy healing up, so he's not able to lay another shot on the Tourniquet. The Tourniquet is still taking damage from the blue. Joker right behind him, and now NS Red Force trying to fight their way into the circle. K99 gets Doxy.
Doxy. Oh, coming through. Com Digital Alliance still has 3 players for their name here, but sustainability hasn't been too much of a question here for Com Digital Alliance, actually. I mean, on the first round, they were able to sustain pretty long. Much more than you kind of expect from a 3-man squad, but not really the face of action here as of this very moment. We do draw things back here for JT on Phalanx, and it's going to be crazy here. Having a lot of information on his hands, and it's going to be Team Flash here actually rotating much more deeper towards this Sosnovka Island. But you can take a look at the military base itself. You do have Tianba, you got Tonton Gaming, you got NS Red Force there. One player from the set of NS Red Force actually on the prowl, but in the process, though, Tonton Gaming finds themselves the full definition wipe up against the Arena.
And here comes the next phase of the circle. And where will it go? Who will it favor? We go up to the high ground. Yes, it will. Team Flash, JPX, and Vampire Esports has the circle. Everyone else will need to fight their way in, especially those teams inside military base. Tianba, Thunder Talk, the Bros, and the final player of NS Red Force, XZY.
Pretty tough. For all shots fired there for XZY. Trying to survive. Unfortunately, has a bit of coverage there, but let's draw things back just a little bit now. If you're a Ryla Bros here, you are giving off a lot of information as well for the rest of the composition. Might not be just XZY that you have to worry about. Vampire Esports going to be coming in from the mountainside alongside that small compound there on the left side of the map. So, gonna be tough. But for the side of XZY, I mean, he has his small pothole to play for, but aside from that, nothing really too much that he's holding on to.
Kami Surih yang selalu melindungimu dan keluargamu. Selain itu, kami peduli dengan waktumu agar tidak terbuang sia-sia. Kami juga peduli dengan mimpimu melalui penyelesaian klaim secara cepat dan tepat. Itulah kami, tidak hanya melindungi, tapi juga peduli.
It's going to be quite a challenge for XZY. He could probably still try to sneak in though because he is the final player, so he can play it as a ninja as possible. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he's just making that slow approach, just playing by the edge of the circle. And it seems like teams don't really know that he's there. So far so good for him. All he needs to do is just to play it patiently, wait for one more team to be eliminated, and he will start to bring in placement points for the team.
Flash. Ask Red Bull. There has, but the question is though, do they know? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not too exactly certain what Red Bull can do as well. I mean, I hope to catch them off guard, but I'm sure gonna go for the spray down here up against Zelcom Digital Alliance, and only one bullet connection. That is gonna be off the head. Tip damage there, but nothing really too much once again. Go back to a stalemate, but there might be a setup of clash here between Telecom DG Alliance and T2K alongside JPX here on the top side. And now the spray on flies by Elftar as himself down to the ground. His roots will be able to get that elimination.
And that's going to be T2K dominating with 5 eliminations now, but Rules is not out of it yet. But here comes the JPX. And Ajaya will make the preemptive strike against Sporta, taking him out. Well, that's happening. Tiamba right now fighting their way through against Thunderdog Gaming, the two teams from the PL region. As Young is going to be the final player of Tiamba, he has to win this 1v1 fight. His opponent, Thing, is healing up right now. Just doing his thing behind the wall. Tries to buy a little bit more time with the molly, but Young managed to breeze through. And right now, he's just right in front of Thing. Thing healing up, picking up his teammate, but he canceled that. Young will now do the same.
Young, one. Puts it up here. Has the VSS to play with. 300 shotgun might just be the demise here. All gonna come down to the perfect time now here. Big old spray down! And that is gonna be Young one. Trying to sustain for the rest of the squad of Tanba. The nomination sprees. It continues. Thundertalk Gaming eliminated now here off this round. We have the top 8 teams remaining here, Sir Cloud.
And that's Thundertalk Gaming out. And now we have these remaining teams in the circle, but circle will shift up north. Still, Team Flash with the high ground, the best position possible, if you ask me. Especially if the next circle shifts all the way down south, they will still have the high ground, so it will give them a good advantage. But I would say the next potential clash point would be Bros, as they will need to find their way into the circle. So there's a potential that the Bros might need to fight against both Vampire Esports and Team Flash together.
Might just be able to find Team Flash here on a back-to-back run to go for this break-off for the season of Clash of Giants. One elimination to their name, but they are still fully composed. And now you take a look at the fight here between T2K and Telecom Digital Alliance. 3-man squad, not a problem. Still owning their ground, and they push back the players of T2K. The scramble pulls out. And it's going to be Igneous here, tries to show some shots here from the distance, but there's not really going to be any coverage that he's going to be providing too much here for the rest of his team.
And T2K, one player in the middle of the circle, there's going to be Rules. But Celcom DG Alliance, they know that he's there. But it looks like Celcom DG Alliance, they don't have nades. If they do have it, they could probably flush him out, but instead it's going to be Rules with his own nade. Sends it into the smoke right in front of the two players of Celcom DG Alliance, but nobody's there. Even the second nade attempt. Oh, okay. Now he tries behind the hovercraft, but it did not connect at all.
Another nade flies in. There's chip damage here from the side of Rules. Another nade flies on by. Another chip there, and that's going to be a knock. That's going to be big here. And that's going to be a calling for the rotation as well for Igneous to close out the distance, knowing for a fact it might just be a 2v1 situation that they got to deal with. Another nade flies by, only a bullet away for Rules to try to get the connection. And from the backside, there might be some shots thrown as well, but the nade is going to do it, and that's going to be Telecom Digital Alliance eliminated by T2K off the nade.
And now, top 5 it is. with Red Bull now the final player of Vampire Esports. Right in front of him is going to be Bro. But they don't know the presence of Red Bull. So Red Bull could be the kingmaker here between the fight of Bros and Team Flash. But Red Bull be the final player of Vampire Esports. He will not move for muscle now, hoping for the next team to be eliminated so he can gain more placement points.
Slow it down. Team Flash longing to get this back to back here, but caught in the pinch by 4 squads around the vicinity. Maybe from the left, right, back, front, center. Flashes galore on this mountainside. Everyone trying to take this for their domain, but that's not the easiest of tasks of all. T2K Ignis gets tagged up. Rolls as well. Trying to get one for himself. Find JPX crazy away. That's going to be a clash that they're starting to win, pulling away just a little bit. Ryla Bros. It's a story between Ryla Bros and Team Flash here with one Rogue Wolf from Vampire Esports, Red Bull here on the bottom side. Not really showing a lot of presence at all, and Team Flash is not really aware of that situation as well.
And Red Bull is still hiding. Nobody knows that he's there. It's going to be a matter of time before he pulls the trigger because Zeus is getting closer and closer. Oh, now they have an idea. They sent the Molly right in front of the tree, so that will not reflect Red Bull. But what will affect all these teams is the circle. It shifts slightly towards the left side. So now Ryla Bros Esports, they don't have the circle at all. They have no choice but to win this fight against Team Flash.
You get through this. Much as big as it was. Oh no! Red Bull gets rambled and Master CD away. Long awaited third party doesn't happen, and now Team Flash, they go for the strike. 2 players down to the ground here for the side of Ryla Bros. And now Diaz and go for the rotation here on the bottom side. They could also offer up in from the top as well. That is exactly going to be where Tops is going to be at, and he goes on a rampage. Road rage. It doesn't matter. Him son all alone now here for the side of Ryla Bros.
Oh, and here comes Win. He wants to find that finishing blow. Win with the DBS gameplay, rushes him, but then again Himson punished him. But Himson followed up by the other player of Team Flash, Tops. And that's where he gets eliminated. It is actually both that landed upon the wall, but this day, Tops. Oh, he got away just in time.
Oh, Team Flash shouldn't be here right now, but they're still making it happen. We're so close, but yet so far. We'll rotate here. It's a bit too risky. The zone's closing out as well in the process. They drop the smoke. They should be buying enough space and time for them to get the pickup. Another fully composed Team Flash might just be in the making for this last circle. And not just that, there's only 2 for T2K, 2 for JPX. Can we see a back-to-back for Team Flash?
7 eliminations now for Team Flash, and they still are a full squad. There's a good chance now for Team Flash. But then again, they are pushed to a corner though. We still have stage 8 coming soon. And there's a chance that Team Flash might not get the next phase of the circle, but still they have the numbers. Now they have to clear off T2K as their next target. Rules is just right in front of Win, but because of the terrain, he doesn't have a good clear shot yet. So now Team Flash Tops. He's going to make the frontal fight approach. Rules takes him down, and now the rest of Team Flash will need to follow up quickly.
This is down. One of the key makers there, but the nade connects as well. Tops has that buggy to play with.
Fix Vaporub, redakan batuk, pilek, hidung tersumbat, dan pegal.
Ignis trying to stall it out. Looking to get the cutoff here. Tops has to make the crosshair behind the trunk. Try to sustain another life off this game. And another nade connects. 2 nades. Oh my days connects. Win is all alone. Zia's bounce is out. Tops as well. Big 1v1. DBS on hand. Win gets it all down now. It's a 1v1 standoff between Rules and Win. And they call for the reset. DP28 is out. Shouldn't matter at most. JPX feeding off the bullets. And it's now going to be Team Flash eliminated, but the battle continues. T2K, JPX on the hunt.
For the chicken dinner, we have Hollywood here, but Rules is going to pick up Ignis. It could potentially be a 2v2, but Hollywood doing the same as well. But he has to do it quickly right now. 3, 2, 1. But there again, Rules is rushing in. He's still able to pick up his teammate just in time, and now he shows up. But Rules and Ignis both well and healthy right now. The Molly buying a little bit more time for JPX to reset. As Rules will go for the flag. Rules takes a lot of damage. And now Rules will be taken out. And the one that landed the final blow is JBX of South Korea to lock in the chicken dinner for game number 2.
What a nade to connect with. Nades galore on the last circle itself. Spotlight was never towards him, not until that very moment. JPX making it happen. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for you all. My days.
Whew. What a game this is. And JBX, they actually stood quiet towards the end. Like when there were 3 teams left, he allowed both Team Flash and T2K to fight each other, canceling out each other, wearing down each other before they show up. Man, the timing that they have to lock in the chicken dinner. Great work there by JPX. 3 eliminations, not the most, but the chicken dinner is still a chicken dinner, so that's 13 points in the bag.
It all started with Vanguard Esports Red Bull there lurking, and then once Rilo Bros was able to deal with him exactly to call in, it was Team Flash leading the way, closing it out, finding the clean wipe there up against Rilo Bros. But once it all got dealt with, one player from T2K just ended that spree there. The momentum gets dropped. Team Flash scrambled across, and then that singular god nade that picked off 2 players up against Team Flash called it all. T2K made it happen. Reset is there, but JPX just hurtling on, haggling on, ratting it out, but striked at the right time, at the lowest there for T2K. JPX never was on the spotlight on the duration of the game, but when it mattered the most, it's exactly what you like at Sir Cloud. They were able to push through.
Oh yeah, they pushed through, they scored the chicken dinner, the name is up on the board, and that is where it all matters. But then again, if we were to look at like the teams to watch here, because T2K is placed in front of JPX, that means when it comes to the overall point calculation, T2K has more than JPX. And followed by Team Flash, who ended their round in 3rd place. And then we have Rilo Bros, who had a tough travel into the circle. Like the circle kept going away from them, but they're still able to make top 4.
Yeah, definitely couldn't really catch a lot of the breaks here that was needed for a certain team, but hey, move over now here towards our head-to-head comparison here for these squads. It is going to be T2K alongside Jetcheon, Phalanx, JPX, and take a look at the damage here. A big standout for T2K. I mean, 1,800 to 90 for damage, 12 eliminations, 2,709 for heals. But you take a look at JPX, not a lot of numbers, but hey, they were able to get the last and final adjustment to pull out with the W.
Yeah, 12 eliminations. That's a lot. And no wonder they are placed above JPX. Our MVP this round is the one and only Rules of T2K with 6 eliminations at 881 damage and 21 utilities used. So for now, our MVP record of the most eliminations is 6 set by Rules. So the other MVPs will need to beat this number.
I mean, just lovely utility usage overall. I mean, this guy definitely one of the breaking points on why some teams really just falter, because of how he plays it all down, and not just utilities, the ever so accurate precision he's able to offer with his gunfights. So take a look at the top performance here. 6% of Rules. Got his teammate Ignis as well with 4. Win with 3. And Tianba Yangwan actually finds himself on the board as well with 3 eliminations of his name.
So 2 players of T2K up here. So between Rules and Ignis, that's 10 eliminations out of 12 that they have scored. Wow, okay, that's a big number then. No wonder Rules has a team contribution of 50%. It's definitely up there. Player of Team Flash, of course, Win came up with a good play as well from what we've seen earlier. If the numbers did favor him, he would have won the fights. But then again, he was all alone towards the end, so it was pretty difficult for him, but still able to put up a good show. Nevertheless, when it comes to calculating the points for this round, so T2K 18, JPX 13, Team Flash 12. That's the double-digit club. But we have 3 teams that did not score anything. BTR, Xavier, some of the big names here, as well as Trapper Messi.
Yeah, I mean, this one definitely a bit more lower killing there compared to Rondo, but still, process stand out. Despite the fact that JPX was able to win, T2K is still able to bag the most eliminations off the run. Team Flash, I mean, I was kind of feeling it for them, man. I mean, once they got through, Ryle Bros, I thought they were going to be able to push through and just finish off until the end, because it was a 4v2v2. They had the full composition, but it didn't matter at the end. Now, take a look at the match statistics here. You got T2K Love actually drawing the longest eliminations there by 237, 68 total eliminations, 12,811 in healing, 64 total knocks. Table numbers here we see here, Sir Cloud.
And the numbers, since we have already played the 2 games, of course, we're going to have the overall rankings, and Team Flash still consistent enough to be at number 1, followed by Outer Eagle with 23 points at number 2. Despite their second round, they only managed to score 1 point. Now, T2K with 18 points, now at number 3, and NS Red Force 20 points as well. So that's the top 4 teams. And of course, JPS, who scored the chicken dinner, they move up to number 5. But on page number 2, the page that nobody wants to be at, unfortunately for Triper and Messi, they are currently at number 18.
And yeah, I mean, they got off on the wrong foot here at the first 2 rounds. So I mean, we'll see if they can finish it up later on. But for the time being, though, bit of a climb there for the set of Ryle Bros. I mean, they do have 8 for their name there. They climb a +7 as well. And now the rest will continue here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were hyped up for the action there at our second round, I mean, yes, that was only the second round here. We still got 4 more to go here, Sir Cloud.
Yes, and we're going to swap out the map later to Miramar. But before we head on to that, we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys for Miramar after this. Clash of Giants Season 7, we back, ladies and gentlemen. And what an explosive round we had. Just when you thought that, oh, okay, it's going to be a wrangle, no recalls, everybody's going to play safe. No. Especially when you have a military-based circle. But we're going to switch up the map after this to Miramar. So it's going to be a...
Bongkar muat barang-barang furnitur jadi lebih gampang karena bisa dibuka dari 3 arah.
Hilux Rangga punya opsi varian bensin dan diesel. Ngebantu banget buat daerah yang punya ketersediaan terbatas.
Very different gameplay, and if you just join us, these two teams scored the chicken dinner. By the way, my name is Sir Cloud, together with my handsome-looking buddy here, Warden, will be your storytellers for today.
I mean, you know, fortunate enough to rock the mic with you here and now. We go to the halfway point of this broadcast. We go to Miramar, which is definitely one of my favorite maps, definitely. But now, take a look at this back-to-back Miramar, and then we end things off with back-to-back Erangel as well. For Cloud, I know we know exactly how this the flow is going to play out. Before that, though, we're going to have our initial votes. We've seen teams play out on Rondo and Erangel. We go to Miramar, and honestly, here I'm still going to go to my safe pick here, or probably Team Secret, because of how promising I feel like they've been on the said map Miramar.
Well, I hope it's not a curse, because they went out early in the Erangel match. But of course, Miramar is going to be a different map. It's Team Secret for Warden. Yeah, let's make it official. Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm going to switch regions now to South Asia. So let's bring on T2K. Come on, let's go.
Okay, T2K. Now for production here, who are you going for? I mean, so far, on the prediction scale, we have been pretty stale, but looking like production team goes for your first initial vote here for D plus Kia. So hey, we got Team Secret from Vietnam, you got D plus Kia as well from from Korea, and then you got T2K from Nepal. So let's see if we can finally rack in just 1 point from either end.
Oh yeah, I mean D plus Kia, current world champions, so that's definitely a hot pick there. Very different picks from all of us. I mean, we put in all different regions this time, but you know, it's anyone's game. This prediction thing is always never easy, right? Like if one round we see that, hey, that team has that potential, you know, they seem to be doing well. The next round we don't know what will happen, because that's the beauty of like PUBG Mobile, right? Like you have 18 teams and at times like 16 teams. Like it could be anyone's game, because if one team changes their playstyle, it's like a domino effect. Like everyone else has to change.
You know, if I was really kind of reading in regards to statistics, I'd probably go for Team Flash here now, because I mean, Team Flash coming from the first, I mean, they were able to win the round as well. Second, close by yet so far. I mean, it was a 4v2v2. I wouldn't be so surprised if Team Flash will get involved in regards to the later part of this game as well. But yet again, we haven't really seen them play Miramar on the season, not just yet. So going to be a first for all of this team, at least for this tournament on Miramar.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why they're up there, right? And so far, they're really consistent. Like in Rondo, chicken dinner. Second game, third place. So that's still pretty consistent. But of course, we will have a variable next. We're going to play a different map. So we don't know how they will perform yet. But like what you said, right? Can't say no to stats as well. Like there's a reason they're up there too.
Definitely. And now, looking like we are going to be transitioning into the game itself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round number 3 of the first day here for Clash of Giants Season 7. We're heading straight to the dusty coast of PUBG here on Miramar. We got 10 seconds left before the game initially starts here. We've set up predictions. Now it's time for you all to voice out as well which team you guys are going to be rooting out for. So keep the comment section loud. True Cloud, let's get it on.
And here we go, our first Miramar match of the season with this lobby. What's going to happen next? What kind of circle are we going to get? What kind of drop clashes are we going to see? Is something that we will keep an eye on inside of this Miramar match. As the flight path here will begin. And this is somewhere on the north. Okay, from the right side of Torre Ahumada all the way down to Puerto Paraiso. So it's a decent flight path that most of the teams should be able to get to their regular draw spot.
Definitely, man. And take a look at the initial access point here in regards to the drops as well. I mean, left side, not going to be too much into the competition. I mean, I feel like it might just be a long glide there towards El Pozo, but if you want to talk about Alcantara, La Cabrera's are going to be out in the picture. Chumacera might just be a probability as well. Fortunately, the big city, Miramar, Los Leones are going to be involved into the competition. So, hey, initial flight path, not too bad. I mean, it does show a bit of, access points for the rest of the squads. Now, we get to see some early drops there from VTR by Vitality, Satcom Digital Alliance as well. Alter Ego areas there coming from the right side of the map. But there's going to be somewhat of an expectation on congestion as well for Los Leones and the rest of the city. Probably Picado as well.
We're going to see an early fight here on screen and also potentially in El Azaha as well. We already call out Chumacera. That's going to be the center spot of the first initial circle. But the elimination feed is already running wild with Tianba involved, and on screen it's your boys, Team Secret, this time doing so far so good.
Not really the brightest of first circle here as well. I mean, you do get to see it does shift towards the western, southwestern side of the map. So Montenegro, Chumacera, Los Valle del Mar is going to be involved there, and definitely a big fraction of Los Leones. But taking a look at the feed here, and it's Red Forest and E Arena is going to be pretty heated up on here at the first initial flash here for our first round for Miramar. There has been a back and forth here already, and there is looking to be another one here between Team Secret and JPX.
And at the same time, E Arena, Mormon just took out TZ from NS Red Force. So that's another fight happening elsewhere. So now at Minas Generalis, we have 3 different teams here. JPX, Team Secret, and also one of PEL teams. I don't recognize that player who's using a pseudonym where he's from, but we'll probably get information on that later. And inside San Martin, okay, E Arena here, and I believe they just cleared out a player from NS Red Force, but somehow in between they lost Turney K.
I mean, unfortunate here. Something you kind of hate to see. E Arena, not really the longest stranger that we've known in regards to getting this early fights happening for them, and they do find Beanie though, and that is going to be the first squad eliminated. NS Red Force out already. We're only talking about what, 3 minutes inside of the game.
That's a quick elimination, and it's not only NS Red Force, but there's another team that just got eliminated as well, because we have 16 teams now. Probably we'll get a better view once the overall shows up later. But inside Minas Generalis, even T2K is coming by if we look at the minimap. So there will be a mix of 4 teams in Minas Generalis. When this area is on the outside of the circle, still, these teams, they somehow want to take over the spot, or they're just interested in eliminations.
It's going to be tough though. I mean, you don't really expect a lot of pacing at the first initial drop here for Miramar, but seems it does happen here quite a lot. 4 first out of E Arena already. You got 1 there for our number 3 team. That is going to be NS Red Force. Unfortunately, they're already out away from the scene. One more flash here that has been long awaited here already has been JPX and Team Secret, but I really find the means to go for a full-on fight, not just yet, but one player though that is going to be from the Thunder Talk Gaming. Finding one here up against JPX, not really the best of looks here, but King definitely has another overview. You're going to go for the spray now, and Love has the scar to play with, but doesn't really have any coverage. Ignis from the backside. Press to fire as well. Fortunately now, this time around, T2K Love this find himself the rock to play around with, but the damage has been done.
Wow, position right now King has, but he has to deal with the support player of T2K, Ignis, behind. That will open up space for Love to move away. So now Love is safe and King will not pursue. Headshot onto him. He only has a level 1 helmet and level 1 vest, so it's not worthwhile for him to continue to stay here to take this fight. At least he needs his teammates together, and they're coming.
Love 1-3 for both the Cavalier and the helmet, and now Thunder Talk Gaming here. Necco dive here, pushing through, has the DBS. But from the back, Ignis once again is suppressing the players away from Thunder Talk Gaming, but Love is down now. And it might just all going to come down to him there to try to sustain Love for himself, but Thunder Talk Gaming has this coverage already. Necco dive is going to be down there, but he should be able to get the pick up here soon enough.
That's Ignis from afar onto King, suppressing him, but they still need to save Nikodai. And Nobu's on the other side. The D plus care, they want to be a part of this. And Nobu wants to steal away those eliminations. And from afar, he's able to get a knockdown to Nico dive. Look how far that is, but he's still able to land the shot.
Get some more here, Nobu. Your MVP of last year's World Champs trying to get the shots here. Fortunately, not much connection there, but personally, I mean, they are able to repel them away. So this lab and data identity should be under their name. Take a look at T2K here. Still playing around the mines, and Team Secret not really going to be calling for any rotations, not just yet, just waiting for any players to come by with. But on the feed, DRS now finds themselves up against E Arena, and they're going to be able to find one player actually confirmed away now, as E Arena only has 2 players to play with.
It's interesting to see that these teams are still on the outside, not really focusing on getting into the circle. But we have Bruce here scoping down with 3 times scope and able to get a knock onto Juke. It's going to be a team player from Team Secret left behind. The best he could do right now is to buy a little bit more time for his teammates to hopefully be able to save him.
Pretty tough call in here. Team Secret taking some shots there directly from T2K. Unfortunately, though, RUTHLESS is going to be too far away to involve himself into the mixture. But Love closing it out now. Finds Zeros here, knocked down. Same goes for Sanjaiki. Doc here trying to get the pick up now, but has to move in quick here. Going to go for the spray on by. Will be able to get the elimination, and it's going to be Team Secret once again. Eliminated early on for the round.
Mama Line Green pertama 100% food grade pencuci piring dari tumbuhan.
And that's also Alter Ego involved with another fight elsewhere. They scored 5 eliminations already. Okay, we didn't get to see much of Alter Ego, but now we're going to get to see more of it as they will get themselves involved with T2K. But on screen, D plus care, as long as they'll be able to reset. But oh, hang that off for a second, because right now D0 will want to stop that reset. He got Nobu on the ground.
Xavier, Fabian running away. Fortunately, in just the nick of time, able to do so, but top should be in the name as well as alongside Osil, and yep, that is going to be Osil away squad. But moving over, you do get to see rotations playing out here. Only 8 more seconds before it does close out, and pretty much half of the lobby is going to be involved into the safe zone already. So we take a look at the stage here. Stage 2 is going to be happening now. We got what, 14 squads remaining into the competition.
Ooh, that's quite a hard shift here. Moves towards the area where Valadimar is at, and this area is kind of hard to play, especially with the amount of high grounds. So teams that are able to get a spot in one of the high grounds, one of the key spots in this circle, will have a good advantage against all the other teams who would want to hike up later on. But we'll check on that later, because right now, I believe the focus would be on T2K versus Alter Ego. Love is going to be the only player of T2K here.
Love here on the DBS. Finds the first burst away. Can he get the second though? Not going to be the answer. That's going to be T2K now eliminated. Lovely trade to play here from the set of Alter Ego Eris.
And Alter Ego 7 eliminations already at stage number 2. Wow. These guys are on a rampage. They want to claim that number 1 spot. So far, so good for Alter Ego. As they collect 7 elimination points, they still maintain all 4 of their players. And as of now, they're actually having the same amount of points as Team Flash. And every other team below them, T2K and as Red Force, they all have been eliminated. So nobody's going to touch Alter Ego besides Team Flash now.
Definitely. I mean, pretty heavy start that they were able to do, just able to get those eliminations now. Take a look at this though. Triver Massey, not as high control here from them. Might just have an overlook there up against Vampire Esports, but the question that we might be able to continue later on, or answer later on. They do have Weibo Gaming as well. They're on the other side. It's going to be ordered there, but just back away off with his vehicle. It might just definitely be Vampire Esports and Weibo Gaming here going to go for the fight, and that's going to be the entry here for Song. Jinwoo looking to get a double there on the feed. Meow is a 6 as well. They're involving himself into the clash, and this is going to be Weibo Gaming here falling into shambles.
And suppressed fire here by Tony K. Sun Jinwoo, and Tony K shows up, gets a knockdown immediately with a shotgun, and now they're going to rush in on to the final player of Weibo Gaming, Honor. Just behind this wall, all alone, Vampire Esports surrounding him. He has nowhere to go, nowhere to run, but Honor fights back though. Able to get the knockdown, but not able to secure the elimination point. Vampire Esports eliminate Weibo Gaming at number 13.
A pretty clean strike there from set of Vampire Esports to get the elimination points, and then you don't really lose any casualties. Exactly what you like to see from any fights that you find yourself into here in this competition. Now Zone's going to be closing out now here for stage 2. It is looking to be pretty much everyone on attack here. You did mention as well, definitely a bit of a shift here for the circle itself, but fortunately this time around it does kind of remain towards centric. It does shift a bit towards the eastern side of the map, which Team Flash alongside E Arena, Trier Messi, got the Ryla Bros here pretty intact inside the safe circle.
And there's a valley in between. It will be interesting if the final circle actually is in the valley. That will force a lot of teams to go out into the open. But we need to wait and see if that happens. Of course, those teams that already lock in their high ground, they'll be hoping for the circle to favor them. Vampire Esports showing up. Red Bull gets rigged. Just to be traded back by Tricks from afar. And now the rest of Vampire Esports, they'll need to save him. They still have time.
Red Bull once again just lurking as always. But unfortunately, he is down to the ground, so can't really do much there. Yeah, last 6 gonna go for the spray down there. Can try Burner Messi, but can't really find the shots to connect here. I mean, once you have Red Bull on your custody, you shouldn't really have to worry about too much now. You know, the lurker is out. Coming through here. Toki is gonna be closing out the distance just a little bit, but does back away. You don't really want to rush this one down. After all, you got the coverage already. You just have to wait things to play out just a little bit. If you are Trier Messi, you might just have to play for the picks before you go for the initial strike.
Oh, and look at the elimination feed. It's going wild right now. But we're going to focus on the Triber Messi versus Vampire Esports. And Lazarus gets Lotoke. That's going to be one down on the ground. Lazarus still on the other side of the building. Tricks. Not able to land his nade, but now he knows. Oh, Lazarus just right by him. He has to pull back. He was holstering his weapon earlier on. Now with a S12K in hand, he'll pick up his teammate before he continues to pursue on. While all that is happening, Disabled, they just eliminated Alter Ego.
Might be another elimination here. Triver Massey and Vampire Esports just having a hustle at it. Alter Ego Aristo up against the Xavier here. Lava 7 pushing through here. Himself in a 1v3 here. Might just go for the pickup here in a moment or so, but Lamborghini not really gonna go for commitment here. Now could be a chow here from the back, and the pinch will be out for Lamborghini, serving the elimination. In the process as well, Triver Massey is gonna be out. Same goes for the rest there. Now 10 squads remain here on Miramar.
And it looks like Team Flash will retain their #1 spot unless if Vampire Esports has anything to say about Vampire Esports. 3 players doing so far so good with several eliminations. If they can score big, then maybe they can overtake Team Flash. But the thing is that Team Flash, they are still at a full squad capacity, so they also have the advantage of holding that #1 spot. But we'll see what happens later, because right now we're gonna put a little bit more focus onto the circle. Right side shift of the circle. Team Flash, the best spot possible.
LeBros here, closing it up here against BTR by Vitality in the S12. Pekka pushing through, finds one. Another player knocked on the ground here. Could be a confirmation for another kill. If I'm not mistaken, BTR by Vitality. Only got one more player here. Not really the brightest of days here for BTR, coming from the last 3 rounds. It's just going to be Kyorin here all alone here for their banner. What more can you do? Not much to be said here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, with 1 player left, oh man, the best thing he could do right now is to try to hold on for placement points. But he has to also hope that 2 other teams get eliminated before he starts bringing in those points. Anyway, he's in the position right now. He still needs to get into the circle. On the right side, however, Xavier on the outside, DRS will play the gatekeeping role to stop Xavier from coming in. But they're still going to push their way through. Look at Levi's. But he is on the lower ground though, so not sure what kind of damage he can put onto DRS from there.
DRS has been pretty stable in regards to the mid-stage fights, but hasn't really found the spotlight here, not just yet as well. Cyclone throwing some shots here. Not exactly what's the intent there. I mean, there's really no one there, but probably trying to just pick off the vehicle. But more so over. Take a look at the initial circle here. Once again, Team Flash is just on pretty much the centric mark there on the safe zone itself. While the rest, I mean, you got DRS holding on towards the northern side of the map. Eastern side control here for the side of the Xavier. DRS might find the means to meet the Xavier here, and looking like they are actually doing so. Most deployed there on the mid cross, but nothing really happening in regards to gunplay. It's all just going to come down to the nature to get the...
Ada mainan seru di Cerebrofort Gummy. Yuk koleksi 8 serinya.
First initial pick off this clash.
Yeah, and that's because of the terrain, right? It's so rough. You can't even see across. But they're just trying their best with those needs. On the elimination feed, Lazarus got to play off Telcom DG Alliance. And now for Xavier, oh, they spawn another team. But they have to manage 2 teams at the same time to get into this next phase. But the final player, Kyorin of BTR, just eliminated. So BTR this round, no points at all. Not even play some points.
Another nade flies in. Falls a bit too short there for Levi's. Not to see Maya really trying to get this one on board. AT getting some shots here towards the direction, but exactly too certain where that's going to be coming from. But also over a big stalemate here. Definitely a bit of a quiet minute here for this one. But final Lamborghini finds Narasima away. That is going to be the Xavier here finding the first pick here off this clash.
All right, and Xavier, that's the pick that they were looking for, but they need to look for more. 15 more seconds before the next stage closes. And we'll be served with stage number 5, and that by the time there's a chance that Xavier might not get the circle. And DRS will continue to be the gatekeeper. And look how difficult it is for Xavier to navigate around this area. I mean, the terrain is just rough. Circle, here we go. Team Flash still has it.
Flash looking to get back on where they came from. AT here is going to be rotating now. It's a pretty long standoff here between them and DRS. Really don't want to fall into any mistakes whatsoever. But Vampire Esports finds Mormon there from E Arena. It could be a possible fight later on as well. But process, Vampire Esports also finds himself against Telecom Digital Alliance, and they're going on a spree. 10 for their name here, Sir Cloud.
10 eliminations already. Make that 11 for Vampire Esports. Telcom DG Alliance out. No points this round. And now we're at top 8. All the teams are starting to pick up placement points. The fight for Vampire Esports is not over yet. Next they'll need to fight against E Arena. We're back onto Xavier. This time it's them against Team Flash.
Pushing through. Another nade here. Gets cooked up. Nade T. It's literally ate the need there, but back now. Bit of a fighter on the bottom side, and Lazarus finds Sakuro all the way, and that is going to be now E Arena eliminated off this round, but the battle continues.
Killer YT from a distance putting pressure. Now DRS, we need to move in as well. They're on the outside of the circle, so it's going to be a race between themselves and Xavier. Who's going to get into the circle first? But Xavier pretty busy on their side against Team Flash. Team Flash with a high guard advantage, but they have to manage 2 teams at the same time. Now that DRS making themselves known around the area with XMPL showing up.
Coming through Team Flash. You got ZSR on the ghillie suit as well. Pushing back here. They're going to be trying to rotate around its bottom side of the mountainside, but Lamborghini finds the perfect angle to take away Tops. Big mistake for Tops. The Xavier now here gets to call in, but the DRS from the backside as well. Pushing through here, caught in a pinch. If you are the Xavier, it might just be the time here to call for the retreat.
Oh, but where are they going to retreat? They're surrounded by not only Team Flash, but also DRS. Nate with his nade, cooking it up. Kinda has a hunch that Cyclone is just right on top of him. Sends the nade across, lots of damage at the Cyclone. But Cyclone with the counter nade on the Nate, and now Lamborghini following up. Cyclone is really low. All they need to do is just to land one bullet on the Cyclone and he will be down. And that's exactly what Nate did.
Go back. Push through. Lamborghini on a spray. Finds DRS away. You start off the fight. You can't finish it. You pay for the prize. The Xavier. Go for another hunt here. Zeus, they're going to be on the other side. Levi's closing up the distance. Zeus. Go for the commitment anytime here. Crouched up now. Doesn't really pull the trigger, not just yet. Levi's pulling back here. You have the numbers on your side. Play off Lamborghini and AT. They could offer a pinch as well any moment in time as well. This is the fight that you got to wait for. And looking like one player, Nate T, out away. Big shot here for Zeus. Looking to get another there, and we'll be able to get another for his name. My days. 1v1 now here. One player alive for the side of the Xavier. The Nate's going to get cooked as well for Zeus.
The Guinness definitely did the Zeus a favor there. The Xavier didn't know what hit them. And at the same time, while they pick up their teammate, Team Flash is coming in. The blue will be closing as well. Nate is up, but Win spraying into the smoke. Oh, another target right beside him. And it's going to be Nate. Win wins it with the DBS. One more bullet is needed onto Lamborghini. Lamborghini managed to heal up and he fights back though, but Lamborghini got stabbed from the back by the other members of Team Flash, and D Xavier is out.
Easy. Team Flash sustaining once again, 12 to their name. Ryla Bros. 3 as well. Overall, Kia has that Rogue Wolf alongside Thunder Talk Gaming. This is a story to be told here for Ryla Bros and Team Flash. Battle of China, Vietnam, Nepal, and the lone wolf of Korea.
King is all alone here in this building. The Team Flash making the cautious approach. They're assuming that somebody is in here. They're going to surround this building, and now they'll move it all together. Are they going to stop by? Not really though. Okay, very interesting move. Like Bose and Win the other side and Zeus on the opposite side. But anyway, they will still go into this building. Oh, not yet. They're not really committing onto it yet. But anyway, Kings will be ready with the shotgun inside this building. It's going to be his shotgun against the two Astral Ks.
Coming through here. All going to come down to the map control, and where can Team Flash and Ryla Bros can pick each other up. I'm gonna be lurking here with a shotgun.
Ooh.
Finds himself away on the other side.
Whoa.
Has an S-Web, the pump, and an S-Web. Who can win it? That is gonna be Zeus. Beating all through. Drops the last player of Thunder Talk Gaming. Top 3 remains.
That was a bit unfortunate there. If it was a clean shot, then he would have got that knock. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Top 3 right now. The Bros, Team Flash, and D plus Kia. Fabian being the final player. He is in the circle. Position compromise. Himson now. He knows that Fabian's in that building. But the good news is that he's very, very far away on the other side of the hill. So it's not going to be easy for teams to just rush in onto him. So I believe that the next fight would involve the Bros and Team Flash.
Ooh. The Bros, Team Flash. Who could it be? Last player from set D plus Kia is still just working there on the top side, first side of the map. It's just really the tension here between Team Flash and Ryla Bros is happening. Himson gonna get tagged up, finds a heading to himself. While showing some shot, you do have Becca Expo extending just a bit further out. Not sure what he can get from that at all, but you look at Fabian there just waiting in that singular house there on the bottom side.
Whoa. And he still has the circle, so he can still hold that compound. And this will force the Team Flash and the Bros to fight each other, and Fabian will happily wait it out. Even if he doesn't score the chicken dinner, but if he is able to hold to a second place finish, that will be good enough for him.
So it's going to be restricting in 20 seconds. Team Flash now here, going to try to go for the hunt. Finds back out there on the bottom side. Yes, quick reaction. Faster than a hairpin trigger. Now it's Ryla Bros now here.
two players remain. Hang and Himson. Win has the top side control as well. Not much cover to play with here for the side of Ryla Bros.
Hang on the lower ground though. The terrain advantage favors Team Flash. And they're just waiting patiently for the Bros to show themselves. They don't really need to push it right now. Himson's on the other side. I wonder if they can shoot together. It really depends on the position of Team Flash, but they're well spread out as well. Sends a nade across, and Himson takes a bit of damage. Team goes for Zeus. Now they know the position of the two players of the Bros. They're trying to manage both of them at the same time.
Ooh. Win here. Closing it up now. They're going to be offering a pinch. Not really the best of looks here for the side of Hang. Himson, though, just hiding here from the backside of DBS. Doesn't connect! In my days, just like that, Ryla Bros is out. It's a 3v1 between Team Flash and D plus Kia.
So that's going to be Fabian 1v2.
Hit Goodnight anti nyamuk elektrik. 2 kali lebih efektif bunuh nyamuk dengan tombol ekspres.
I'll make that 1v3. Ooh, it's going to be quite a tall order here. Looking good for Team Flash though. And they know where Fabian is at. They don't even really need to rush it. All they need to do is just take control of the circle, wait for the next stage, and by the time, Fabian very likely will be forced to move out his compound.
Fabian has done it all. Might just be consolation skills that he is longing for here, but regardless, has done the impact. Got the placement points ready. Not certainly from liking the fact that Team Flash is a bit separated apart, but they do have everything covered up here from left, right, and the front. They definitely offer a pinch here, but if ever Fabian can set up and try to isolate them one by one, this might still be a probability.
It'll take a miracle for Fabian though. Look at this, the blue is putting pressure onto him from behind. He'll be forced to jump out of the building soon. Confirm no circle for Fabian. And the moment he jumps out, he will be jumping into the pool of sharks. But Team Flash, they're going to take the active approach. With Zeus at the forefront, and that one nade will land it all. And it's going to be Team Flash with their second chicken dinner today.
We talked about it. We talked about it pre-game.
You talked about it, my man.
It's just that, you know, that's what happens when you're not loyal sometimes, or you don't really stick to your gut, man. Team Flash pushing through with another. I mean, the second round was on the run as well. And now you push you right here on the third round. They start things off with a win. Looked at things off here with a win as well once again, at least at the first initial start here for Miramar. Team Flash, I don't exactly know what's up, man, but one thing for sure, they're picking their gunfights. They're not even taking a passive approach at all. I mean, yes, definitely once they start to put up the initial aggression, it might just be happening on the later part of the game, but regardless, able to push through. This could have been a back-to-back-to-back game, man.
Oh man, and if this continues on, I mean, Team Flash might just be the king of the Gauntlet stage. Looking good so far. Active approach. They're able to take fights even though the situation doesn't favor them. Like, they had to fight at a very tough terrain on the right side of the circle earlier on, and the circle kept running away from them, but still they're able to come out on top. Man, Team Flash. Oof. I mean, this is a really, really strong performance by them, no doubt.
Yep. I mean, whew, you know, that's exactly just how they roll. I mean, enough to be said. They get the eliminations, they get the placements, they have their aggression, they got the setups. I don't know what else can stop them. They've proven themselves already in Miramar. Same goes for Rondo. So close, but yet so far on that Orangle run. But regardless, their numbers definitely must be astronomical now once we get to see the tally later on.
Oh yeah, and they place themselves on the top when it comes to teams to watch. So surely they have collected the most points amongst all the other teams. And speaking about the other teams, shout out to Vampire Esports, D Xavier, and D Plus Care as well for making it here as part of the teams to watch. And of course, thanks to Fabian, D Plus Care is part of the top 4. With a full squad time of only 11 minutes and 16 seconds, they're still able to make it here, which is okay. But I'm sure a lot of fans would expect a little bit more from the current reigning world champions. But still, there's a lot more games to go. We're going to compare the head-to-head between Zeus and Hemson. And if we were to look at the eliminations, of course, it favors Zeus. But when it comes to damage output, they're about the same.
If you forget who he is Himson. It's 5'3", 820 to 894. I mean, well, numbers are not too far apart, but definitely, single two separation of elimination can say a lot as well, especially with how Team Flash has been rolling out coming from the last 3 rounds. 3 rounds has been played, 2 have been won by them. But if you want to talk about the MVP for this one, though, 6 to his name, that is going to be your boy from the Xavier Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, the OG player, the current champion of PMS Southeast Asia, Lamborghini, coming in with 6 eliminations and 996 damage with only 6 utilities used. So I guess today he isn't in a mood to use nades or smokes or even the mollies. Like, he's just all out guns blazing here based on these stats. So great work here by Lamborghini, one of the most decorated and OG player in the Vietnamese scene. And he didn't only steal the spotlight for the MVP, but he even stole the spotlight for the most eliminations and the highest damage output amongst the other players.
Take a look at the rest, though. Elimination for grenades here is going to be coming from the side of Team Flash Win. You get an XMP here with 327 with the longest distance. Actually, that draws the distance quite far. I mean, we typically get to see the 260 range, but obviously granted as well, we are talking about Miramar, which is a pretty wide open map. So long distance elimination is not going to be a question at all. And the rest continues. Now here, match leaderboard 19 for the side of Team Flash. Getting the 10 placement points in the 9 eliminations. Grand total for 19. 15 for the set of Vampire Esports. 12 for the Ilims. 3 for the placement. And you got 2 here for the Xavier off the placement. 12 for the Ilims. And that's going to be 14 in all. 10 for 10 for Deep Kia alongside Rilo Bros as well. Here, Alter Ego Airs will have 8. 5 for 5 there for the side of Thunderthought Game and E Arena. T2K and Team Secret will be tied up with 4. 3, 2, and 1 for DRS, Tririm, SE, Nongshim, Red 4.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we do have a handful of teams that didn't score any points this time. Now, when it comes to the remaining match stats, so naturally, because it's a big map, so teams would have time to pick up the airdrops, so 2 of them looted. 129 throwables used, not because of number. I mean, we have seen like 200 plus, so this is just an okay number. Now, coming down to the overall rank games, this is where it all matters. Team Flash, 2 chicken dinners, and now they're pulling away at the overall charts. 56 at number 1. The next team is Alter Ego with 31 points, so that's a difference of 25 points now.
That's definitely going to be a margin there. For side of Alter Ego and Vampire Esports, only 1 point separates them, 31 and 30. 6 points there for Vampire Esports and T2K with 24 for the side of T2K, 21 for the side of NS Red Force. You got D plus G as well on 20. I mean, the border from the 4 to from the last team on the first page is not really too separated apart there, Sir Cloud.
But on page number 2, it's rather unusual to see BTR all the way down there, number 17, sharing the same amount of points with the Weibo Gaming. But I guess again, there's still a lot more games to go, right? So one good game could propel them to page number 1. So we'll need to wait and see what happens, because after this is going to be the second half of the day. And when we come back, of course, it's going to be another Miramar match before we wrap Miramar up, and we'll move on to Erangel for the final 2 matches for today. But as of now, we'll take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. When we're back, it's going to be Miramar number 2. See you guys.
Step into the ring. Step into the ring. Step into the ring.
pertama, Sakatonik Active Gummy. Cara enak atasi anemia.
Welcome back to Clash of Giants Season 7 here, brought to you by Ruthless Hype Esports. We're heading straight towards our 4th round here for our first day of this event. Still joining on the Desmond is Warden, alongside with me is Sir Cloud, and we're going to be your casters here for today. Sir Cloud, we're heading straight back to Miramar. We saw Team Flash already get this one down, and they've won 2 games out of 3 already, bro. So I told you about it, and production team already beat me to it. I'm going for Team Flash here, man.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way. All right, I'm not gonna jump on the hype train yet. Not yet. So, but it's a tough one, right? If it's not Team Flash, then who else might do it? Oh, it's so hard.
Team Flash.
Yeah, Warden is going for Team Flash. Okay, right. I'm gonna go the other way.
Team Flash.